Daniel Cole had everything people dream of: a mansion overlooking the ocean, a fleet of cars, and a company worth millions. But on this particular morning, something small yet unusual bothered him more than any business problem. Maria, his maid of 8 years, didn't show up for work. Maria never missed a day. Not once. Not even when she had the flu. She always said, "Work keeps my heart moving, sir." So when she didn't answer calls, Daniel felt a knot tighten in his chest. He wasn't just a rich employer, he cared for her like family. Ignoring his assistant's warnings about meetings and schedules, Daniel grabbed his keys and drove to the small neighborhood where Maria lived. As he turned onto her street, the first thing he noticed was her old, rusted car, hood open, smoke drifting out. The second thing he noticed broke his heart a little. Maria was sitting on the steps of her worn-out apartment building, holding a small boy wrapped in a blanket. Her grandson. The same little boy she once proudly showed him photos of. Her eyes were red, exhausted, scared. "Maria?" Daniel said gently as he approached. She looked up, startled and embarrassed. "Mr. Cole, I'm so sorry. I meant to call. I couldn't come today." Daniel sat beside her. "Tell me what happened." Her voice shook as she whispered. "My daughter, she left. And now it's just me and the baby. I'm trying, sir. I really am. But I can't leave him alone, and I can't lose my job." The truth hit Daniel harder than he expected. This wasn't about work. This was about survival. Daniel felt something twist painfully inside his chest. Maria, the woman who always showed up early, always worked with a smile, always refused raises because others needed it more, was now sitting outside her apartment, fighting tears she didn't want anyone to see. "Maria," he said softly, "why didn't you tell me you were taking care of your grandson alone?" She brushed her hand quickly over her eyes. "I didn't want to be a burden, sir. You already pay me more than I deserve. I thought I could handle it. But my daughter, she just walked out last week. No note. Nothing." The baby stirred, letting out a small cry. Maria held him close, whispering gentle words in Spanish to calm him. Daniel noticed she wasn't wearing a coat, even though the morning air was cold. "You shouldn't be out here like this," he said, voice firm but kind. "You and the baby both look exhausted." Maria shook her head. "I'll be fine. I just need to fix my car so I can get to work. I have to keep this job, sir. Please don't think." Daniel raised a hand. "Stop. Your job isn't going anywhere. I promise you that." Her eyes filled again, relief and fear mixed together. "Let me help," he said. She opened her mouth to protest, but Daniel wasn't the type to stand by and watch someone suffer, especially not someone who had given 8 years of her life caring for his home like it was her own. He gently reached for the car keys lying beside her. "This car isn't safe. And neither is this situation." Maria clutched the baby tighter, uncertainty flickering in her gaze. "Where are we going?" she whispered. Daniel stood, offering his hand. "To somewhere better," he said. "You're not doing this alone anymore." Maria hesitated before taking Daniel's hand. She wasn't used to help, not the real kind. Her whole life had been about surviving quietly, working hard, and never asking for more than what she earned. Accepting kindness felt almost dangerous, as if it might disappear the moment she reached for it. But the baby whimpered again, and that was enough. Daniel walked them to his car, a sleek black SUV that looked wildly out of place in her struggling neighborhood. He opened the back door carefully, adjusting the heater so the baby would warm up quickly. Maria sat inside, holding her grandson close, unsure if she should even breathe too deeply in such a spotless vehicle. "Sir, where are we going? I'm really not trying to cause trouble." "You're not causing anything," Daniel replied as he started the engine. "I just want you both safe." As they drove through the city, Maria kept her gaze low, embarrassed that her employer was seeing the reality she fought so hard to hide. But Daniel wasn't judging. He was remembering all the times Maria had stayed late to help, the times she brought homemade soup for the staff, the time she told him, proudly. Family is everything, sir. He realized she had never once talked about her own struggles. They arrived at a gated townhouse community, quiet, clean, peaceful. Maria's breath caught. Sir, what is this place? One of my company's properties, Daniel said. You and the baby will stay here for now. Maria's eyes widened. No, sir. I can't. This is too much. Daniel turned toward her, voice steady. Maria, you've given 8 years of loyalty, kindness, and hard work. This isn't charity. This is me taking care of someone who deserves far better than life has given her lately. Her lips trembled, and for the first time, she didn't argue. She simply whispered, Thank you for seeing me. Daniel unlocked the townhouse door and stepped aside so Maria could enter first. She froze in the doorway. Warm light, clean floors, soft furniture, and a small dining table decorated with fresh flowers greeted her. It looked like a life she had once dreamed of but never reached. This can't be for us, she whispered. It is, Daniel said. You deserve a place where you can breathe. Maria stepped inside slowly, as if afraid the home might disappear if she touched it. The baby reached out his tiny hand toward the light, giggling, a sound she hadn't heard in days. Daniel watched her silently. He had built businesses, closed deals, spoken to rooms full of powerful men, but nothing felt as meaningful as this moment. After a while, Maria turned to him. Sir, I don't know how to repay you. You already have, Daniel replied. Your loyalty, your honesty, your heart, you've given more to my home than I ever gave you credit for. He placed an envelope on the kitchen counter. This is your salary for the next 6 months. Paid in advance. No conditions. Her breath caught. 6 months? Sir, that's too. It's security, he said gently. So you can focus on raising your grandson, not surviving day to day. Tears streamed down her face. She put a hand over her mouth, overwhelmed. I thought I was alone, she whispered. Daniel shook his head. Not anymore. Not ever again. He then handed her a second envelope, this one with her name printed on it. What's this? She asked. A scholarship, Daniel said. For you. So you can finish the courses you gave up years ago. Maria's knees nearly buckled. I don't know what to say. Say you'll believe in yourself again, he replied. Maria held her grandson close and finally smiled, a smile full of hope, gratitude, and the promise of a new beginning. For the first time in a long time, her future felt bright.